The most satisfying thing you'll watch today is the moment a nightmare neighbor realized that by trying to steal 2 feet of my yard, he accidentally gave me his entire garage. I bought my first house about 3 years ago. It's a nice place, but the neighbor, let's call him Kevin, was a property line warrior. The day I moved in, he told me that my driveway was technically an inch over his line and that he expected me to respect his borders. Last summer, Kevin decided to build a massive, high-end cedar fence. I noticed the workers were digging post holes that looked way too close to my side. When I asked him about it, he laughed and said, "Don't worry about it, kid. I know where my land ends. Go back inside." He finished the fence, and it was beautiful, but it was clearly 2 feet into my yard. I asked him nicely to move it, and he told me to get lost and that if I touched his fence, he'd call the cops for trespassing. He literally said, "If you want it moved, sue me. You can't afford the legal fees anyway." He was right. I didn't want to sue, but I did hire a professional land surveyor. I paid $600 for a high-precision survey with official stakes. The results were better than I could have imagined. Not only was the fence 2 feet on my property, but the property line didn't run where Kevin thought it did. It turned out the corner of his brand new detached man cave garage, a structure he'd spent $40,000 on, was sitting 3 feet onto my land. I didn't call the cops. I called the city building inspector. In my town, you can't have a permanent structure crossing a property line, period. When the inspector showed up, Kevin started his usual screaming routine until the inspector handed him a notice of violation. Because the garage was unpermitted and crossing the line, Kevin was given 2 choices: pay me a monthly land lease of $1,000 indefinitely, which he couldn't afford, or demolish the section of the garage that was on my land. Watching him have to pay a crew to tear down a third of his man cave and move his own fence back was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He hasn't said a word to me since.